Here are the markers I'm going to be using today from Ohuhu. I won't be using them all, of course, but this was gifted to me to try out, and this is the Honolulu Bee set. Why I was curious about this set, number one, cost. An Ohuhu marker typically starts at $2.99, and a Copic marker can be usually between 6 and 8. And so that's a cost difference, of course. And then if you buy them as a set, it's cheaper. The other thing that I like, Ohuhu actually comes with this type of marker that has the more bullet style nib and the brush nib. They do sell chisel pens as well, but I don't want those in it on my Copic markers. For those of you who have followed along, get back in there. When I have a Copic marker, I have my brush side, and then I always replace the chisels with an actual nib, the Sketchfine nibs. And I haven't done this one because this is, it was just sitting on my desk. So that is one of the upsides. You get the type of nibs, if you're like me and don't use the chisel, that you would want to have. So that's another reason I wanted to check them out. Cost, and the reality is, I'm not a really advanced colorist. I enjoy coloring images with alcohol markers because of that smoothness. So I wanted to try them out. Now, this is also in a very sturdy bamboo case. I don't know why it spins, but it spins on my table. There's nothing underneath it. So I have these markers. I went ahead and used their printable swatch charts. I just printed them out on some Neenah Classic Crest Solar White paper, 110 pound, so that I could see what all the colors look like. So this is very helpful. I am going to stamp an image today. I'm going to color it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on these markers, especially if you're thinking, I'd love to try this. Is this a brand that is for me? I don't know yet if this is a brand for me, but I'm certainly going to try them out today. So let's get to stamping and then coloring. The stamp set I'm going to use today is a little 3x4 set from me called Hot Mess. Hot Mess, it can be happy birthday to my favorite hot mess, burn bright, here's to a better year, burn bright and party on. There's cute little candles. It's just a really little, and hopefully for me, easy to color set. And there are coordinating dies to cut out everything in this little set. So I'm going to set these aside before I stamp because I actually want to pick some colors. And let's see here, if we're doing fire flames, how about we do orange into yellow? So I'm going to say it would be nice to have that orange maybe, or would I want a deeper orange? Let me get all the colors pulled because you don't need to watch me pick, but I'm telling you, having this as a resource is going to be helpful for me. I will stamp 2 of these just because you never know. It's always good to have a backup. I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black, and this is just Neenah Classic Crest Solar White. I'm just using a little eraser that conditions stamps, gets them ready to stamp the first time out of the gate, and we'll just get this going. So bring that down, and I'll hit it a couple of times just to get a nice solid impression. So cute. Okay. Like that. And then I'll flip it and repeat. And I'll do that. This would be a cute background too. Just a bunch of these in a light color. Just gave me an idea. Okay. All right, we'll get ready to color. Decided to speed this up a little so I could talk about my feelings and my experience with using these markers. And one thing that I will say, I really do like knowing that I have that smaller bullet type of nib. For me, it just makes staying in the lines a little bit easier. I've always experienced issues going out of the lines with brush tips, and so I think If you're like me, you would probably really like this. Now, I don't really know a lot about blending two colors together, so the color on my flames is very flat, but I think that's okay in coloring. The one thing that we all love about alcohol markers is the smoothness at which it goes down on the paper. And that's what drew me to wanting any alcohol markers in my crafty world. So, from that standpoint, these markers do exactly that. They give you that smooth alcohol color that doesn't pill your paper. And yeah, it just lays down beautiful color. So, I'm continuing and proud of myself for staying in the lines. Again, keeping this much more of a flat one-tone color. Now for the yellow layer, I decided to bring in the yellow and I am going to try to darken up the base a little bit. And the way I'm going to do that is with just going over the areas again with the same color, which is something you can do pretty effectively with a single color marker. I suppose once I know these colors better and how they blend together, I might be able to easily pick out other colors, but honestly, even with all of the Copic markers I have, I never know what colors to use. I often will go back to videos and see what I've used in the past. I do have a little swatch card that I made, but again, it only helps me to choose colors, not necessarily to pick the perfect blending pairs. So we're moving on to the dumpster itself, and I've got this nice warm gray. I was really happy to see that there are warm grays in this particular Ohuhu set because warm grays are among my favorite grays in the Copic line as well. So I felt very comfortable using these. Now I wanted to create a light area in between to make it look like there was a reflection. And if you'll notice, as soon as I started coloring over, it kind of started to lighten those edges. So I did the tip to tip, where you take your lighter tip, dip it on a darker tip, and then blend to create like a mid-tone color. I thought that looked pretty good. Coloring in the sides here as well. And again, this is a very simple image. Yes, there are some large little expanses here of single color, but I felt like this was a really good image to practice on. Because again, if I had taken some very elaborate floral, I'm not great with coloring images like that. I prefer to color simple images, things that I know are going to not require like 400 different markers, just keeping it simple. And here again, I'm trying to create that light area in the center. I know some colorists are really good at this. I think I did okay. I'm proud of myself. For me, I don't notice a huge difference from the Copic markers that I already own, but that is because, as I said, I am not an expert colorist, if you will. I do just fine, and these markers seemed to do great. I think this little image was easy to color, and again, I am such a fan of the bullet nibs. So that is my finished dumpster. I don't think that's too bad. Look at that guy. It's not bad. I mean, I didn't do a lot of color blending other than what I did in the center. And one thing I did notice, and unless I'm missing something on the barrel itself, it does not list the color. So if you take both caps off, as I did, you might not want to do that unless you're completely sure what the color is, because it doesn't look like the colors are listed on the barrel itself. That's just something I noticed while I was coloring. All right, I'm going to take the coordinated die and cut that out and turn this into a card. I went ahead and blended on this color. It's called Citrus Burst, just to kind of create the background. And I stamped and die cut both these greetings for the card. I think that looks really nice. I was going to do, and I'll show you because it does not look good. I thought I would stamp multiples on the back, but I didn't like the way that looked. So, sometimes just default to simple. So again, I'm just going to add a little more ink here, mostly blending it out to the top. This is just a background blender from Waffle Flower. It makes it really nice for kind of soft, diffused pieces of blending. And I think that looks very cute. I'm going to trim this down. and we'll turn it into a card. To finish off this card, I popped it onto this orange peel note card using some thin foam strips. This is the Big Mama foam tape, and then just popped that up. Oh wait, I'm gonna add some details, hold on. I think I could improve the cute factor by adding some gel pen detail. And even though I'm not always great with this, let's do a little bit here, just like a line and 2 dots. You know, just to kind of give it that little, I don't know, reflection look. Does that, there, like that. That's cute. Let's do a couple. U, dot, dot. Just kind of frame him out. I don't know, maybe we could put some in the flames. Maybe one over here where we go. I'm just gonna draw U, dot, dot, maybe over there. I don't know. You know, it's not my strong suit, but I do think a little extra detail is kind of fun on some of these flames. Why not? Maybe one in here. And maybe just one in some yellow for some fun. And that finishes out my card, just, you know, because I could. However, I really think the coloring looks fine. I'm not that adept with alcohol markers, and I actually think I only went outside of the line. There's just like one little tiny area here, which, you know, no one would really notice, but that's not bad for an affordable alcohol marker. And again, I feel like if you are a good colorist and you think, no, I want the best of the best, then you go with Copic. But if you want to try coloring with alcohol markers, get something more affordable. I know Ohuhu is one of them, and I definitely think it's a brand worth checking out. Thanks to Ohuhu for sending me these markers. I'm going to be working them into future videos. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box, along with some information about Ohuhu. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here is another video you may be interested in checking out, and I'll see you in that clip. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.